What's good, everyone? Today I'm going to be talking about Predator Killer of Killers. Finally, I know this movie came out months ago, but I don't know why. I just didn't have any motivation to watch it, but I knew I had to put a review out of it before the end of the year. So here I am, and I liked it. So if you don't know, Killer of Killers is a animated Predator movie. It's an anthology. It's like only 80 something minutes long. It's really short. There's like 4 segments in it, and it's a pretty simple, unassuming, unambitious Predator story. So I enjoyed it, but it wasn't going for anything crazy, so I didn't feel super crazy about it. I'm like, yeah, this was a fun Predator movie. Well, it doesn't do a lot to stand out story wise, I'll put it that way. So I'm just gonna break this up into good and bad. So we'll get started with the good. The animation is incredible. When I saw the trailers, I was a little bit hesitant about it. I'm like, whenever I see like a new kind of animation style, just images, short clips don't ever do it justice for me. I have to see it in a full movie before I could be like, oh, that looks great, or that looks weird. Otherwise, it will always just look weird to me if I just see it in short bits. But when I saw the full movie, I'm like, this movie is like gorgeous. There's some incredible shots in here, and I haven't really seen anything like it. I think maybe there's like a segment that was kind of similar to it in Halo Legends, but that's like the only thing like that I could think of. Like, it's pretty unique. Just kind of makes you sad that besides Sony, none of the big animation studios are taking any like big leaps with animation. Just been doing the same thing for the past like 15 years. It's like there's so many cool things you do with animation, and they're not doing it. Game Awards happened like a week ago, and you see all these awesome cinematic trailers, and it's like, if these people were like animating, like they're like photorealistic, but they're animated. You can do stuff that you can't do in live action with the animation. Obviously, that's why it exists. And it's like, if these people were the ones like making video game movies, like even if they're animating them, like you can't really make a bad video game movie at that point. It's like, it just feels so obvious, and I don't know why they don't do it. Anyway, side tangent. The action scenes, as per usual with Predator, are awesome, and there's a bunch of stuff that you can do in animation that you can't do in live action. Sometimes they go too far in that like impossible, improbable direction. Other times it's like, that was really awesome. Like in the first segment with the Vikings, and she's like cutting people's heads off with her shield, like so cool. It's like completely brutal. Like the whole Viking segment was awesome. It might be my favorite one. It was just so brutal, just tearing things apart, and then like the giant predator on the ice and stuff, so cool. The samurai like ninja segment, like this segment is proof. Robert My Burnett was right. Just add ninjas to anything makes it better immediately. It was so cool, and something I didn't expect. But the whole thing up until like like last 5 seconds is done with like zero dialogue. It's just the expressions on their faces, and they pull it off. It was really good. Ninja action always cool. Last one was the World War II segment. I thought it was really cool how we're finally getting like vehicle-based combat in a Predator movie. I think they had a little bit of that at the end of the Shane Black one, but no one likes that one, so who cares? So yeah, it's really cool like to see like a Predator in a spaceship fighting airplanes and stuff. So yeah, like I said, it's fairly basic, so I don't have a lot of positives. It's like, what do you go to a Predator movie for? You get it in this movie. There's cool aliens, cool action. It's awesome. So on to the bad, and more of this stuff is more mixed than actually bad, but it held back my score, so I'm putting it in bad. And it's an anthology, and it's sort of an inherent problem with an anthology, especially one that's like only 80 something minutes long. Plus, it's also like a streaming movie, so. But it's just, all the stories are so short that they do a good job getting you invested enough with the characters that it's not boring or like you just don't care at all. But it never gets you invested enough to be like, oh, this is great storytelling, great movie. There's a little bit of a disconnect there, but nothing terrible. Again, it's more mixed than bad, but it doesn't get you super invested in the characters like something in Prey would, or in Badlands. A lot of people complain, like I was a little bit hinting at earlier, that because it's animated, it gets a little bit cartoonish, and it's like, well, if this is in continuity with the live action stuff, like I don't really know if this really fits in because this couldn't really happen. of course, we're saying that about aliens and spaceships and stuff, but yeah, it makes its own rules. It follows them, and then it does stuff like this. I get it, but that's also like the big one here specifically is like, oh, he's like standing out on the wing of the plane and he's not falling off, and it's completely ridiculous. Which at first I kind of agreed, but then like 2 months before this movie came out, we saw Tom Cruise do it, like practical stunt work, climbing around on a plane and stuff, and he didn't fall off. So I don't really care. And then my final sort of problem that I didn't expect to have this, but it makes a lot of sense now. And I probably wouldn't care as much if the movie were just told over one story. But the fact that it's 4 times in a row. We get 4 stories in this. That is almost double the amount of Predator movies we've had besides Badlands and the AVP ones, just the main Predator movies. And it's that they always lose. They're supposed to be the greatest hunter in the galaxy, and every single movie, I mean, obviously we're rooting for the human characters. I'm a human. I don't want the humans to die. But when they're supposed to be the greatest, like, unrivaled, unmatched hunter in the whole universe, and we've seen them get defeated 9 times, that's kind of makes them seem less cool. And to my point about if it was just like one story, not 4, I wouldn't care as much. Because it's just you see a Predators get beat one after another 4 times in a row, and it's like, are the Predators that cool? Like, if we just keep beating them. And like, so there's like a total, I counted up, there's like 9 different stories in which the Predator gets beaten. And so I see a lot of people saying like, oh, I really like Badlands, but I hope they don't make too many more like that, because like it's like demystifying the Predator, and we're part of why it makes it so cool is how mysterious it is, and it's kind of going away from the horror roots. And I kind of agree with that to a certain extent, but it's also like I kind of want more of that because it's making the Predator cooler. If we keep going the direction where we keep beating it, I think that is more detrimental to the Predator than knowing more about it and demystifying it. So that's just my opinion on it. But yeah, I really like Killer of Killers. If you have Hulu, Disney Plus, whatever, and you like Predator, definitely go check it out. Like, all Predator fans should check it out. It's a lot of fun. I give it a 7 out of 10. Also, side note, extra note, I stopped the recording. I totally forgot to talk about this. There's a post-credit scene. From what I understand, it wasn't in the original cut of the movie, and then they showed it off at Comic-Con, and everyone went bananas for it. And I was just watching it, Disney Plus Hulu, normally the other day, and they added it in. I didn't think it was actually going to be in it. But I stayed through the credits, and it was there. So, spoilers for this one part here, but yeah, Naru, Dutch, and whoever Danny Glover is in Predator 2 are like trapped in these cryopods on the Predator planet with the Viking lady from the first segment. So they're hinting at going somewhere with that. And so just to speculate a little bit about the future of the Predator franchise, I think we're going to see them pay that off eventually. But will it be animated or live action? I think everyone will be disappointed if it's animated. I think it's going to be animated. I mean, just with the implications of the cryopods and how they're pretty much captured immediately after, or relatively soon after, they have beaten their predator. Well, the actors are just too old. They're visibly aged now, except for Naru, Ember Midthunder. But so they're probably gonna do animated like that, because you don't age in the cryopod. So that's probably one side to it. But yeah, if they do it and it's like they're all on the Predator planet and they've been put in that gladiator arena from the end of Killer of Killers, and they're like trying to escape the Predator planet, I think that could be cool. But it's also like, you just did that at the end of this movie, and it's already very similar to the plot of Predators. So I don't know. I hope they have something more interesting than that. Maybe in the sequel to Badlands, they end up going into that room because they're already on the Predator planet. That's where it takes place. And then they find them. And they join Deck's little band of misfits. That would be awesome, actually. Like, I just came up with that on the fly. That would be really cool. I would really like that. Because then you officially have Arnold Schwarzenegger teaming up with the android from Alien. That'd be sick. Yeah, okay. Do that, Trachtenberg. Do it now. Alright. That's actually all I have for Killer of Killers. Thanks for watching.